I think that the beginning has a slightly different character when this comes in versus the ending. And I wanted to ask you, it's not about the notes, it's about what has happened. So let's just think about it. How can we make the opening different from the beginning and actually make it meaningful?
The ending is more built up to, so I guess it would have to be more dramatic than the beginning.
Okay, good. And also the beginning, they're both molto maestoso, which is like very regal, very majestic. However, I think this could be more of like a dance quality though. Has more movement. It feels more like this kind of whereas here, I think it's more final. Mm-hmm. It is tempo primo, but it says lento sostenuto, which I don't think, this one does have the same tempo marking. But that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was hearing this, is it's a heavier sound, so instead of it being, it's more of a, everything's down, and especially after this previous session where you were on this thing, you can play everything up on that, and then when you come here, this is going to be everything down. But let's go back to the beginning and let's try to see if we can make this more up. So it's not heavy, but it is loud. So it's light and loud. dun dun subdivides and so I think the math here is ba da 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 dun 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 dun, twice the speed of the Brit. That's one, two. Does that make sense, man? Start around 46. Oxygen or carbon dioxide in any way. Don't breathe in oxygen, to exhale carbon dioxide. It's kind of like, like The Ring, where that girl, she walks out of the TV. Did you ever see it? No? Okay. So there's this movie called The Ring.
I know what The Ring is.
Okay, great. So when she walks out of TV, if she walked in and was like, hey, how's it going? She would not be very intimidating. But the fact that she walks out of TV and she's like, and she's like all derpy, and then you can't see her face until like later on, it's super scary. We kind of want this to have this primal, you can talk about it with Dr. Ludwig, but my feeling is that we want to have this in a very primal, gritty, like swampy kind of sound, right? It shouldn't sound clean. Even this is very confusing to me, but I would ask him about this if I were playing this piece. Like, what is this? It doesn't, I mean, kind of matches. That doesn't fully fit until it forms like right around there, but in the first part, it sounds so clean. You might want to I guess the question is, what is the character in relation to the opening character, which is so like gangly and swampy. Then this also is that he brings a Pumoso in here, which I'm not sure. What I'm trying to give you are the questions you want to ask Dr. Ludwig. 24, I understand what he wants to do here, and I understand the drive, but what's happening is the left hand is driving the tension forward because the chromatis is in the left hand. But what I don't understand is, are we going from 95 to 104? And if so, is the best way to get there to go ahead, pulse, and then pull back on the molto, like what we did, and then go double? So then you need to talk about ensemble issues here. This is going to be a massive ensemble issue. Dr. Bell might have his own opinion. So you need to, as the performer, there's a triangle right now. There's you, and you have your opinion. There's the composer, and the composer has his opinion. And then there's the conductor, and the conductor has his opinion. And what your role is actually to blend those two, because you're the active participant where the composer isn't, but at the same time, you're also the driver. The conductor is there to like assist as the soloist, because that's what you are. So you have to figure out, that's what the composer wants, that's what the conductor thinks we should do, and here's what I want to do, and this is how we're going to make this happen. So my suggestion is that you want to talk about this in a lesson that you have with Dr. Ludwig. Once I'm gone, you'll have your next lesson with Dr. Ludwig. And in that lesson, talk about this kind of stuff. What is pomposo?
Wait, what page? Oh, just fancy.
That's very kind. That's like saying somebody who's conceited. Yeah, somebody who's conceited is fancy. I guess if you want to be very nice to that person, you're like enabling them. No. Pompous is like over the top. I always think about, you know the planets? Do you know,
Yeah, I played
oh, that's right, yeah. So you know Saturn? Or like, even Uranus is like, kind of has like that weird character to it. It has like this like angular, pompous quality to it. You might want to listen to the Saturn and Uranus again, because they have that kind of, this reminds me of the planets. I don't know what he was listening to or thinking when he wrote this, but it has that quality. Okay, the next goal is what? Are we on tempo?
How fast is it?
Well, this is slow, 45, but this part is not, 95. Maybe we're about tempo actually.
Where are the practice tracks?
What was that?
Where are the tracks?
No, don't worry about the tracks. You got the tempo right here. Just 95.
Oh.
What's 95?
Okay.
Do you have metronome?
Yes.
And then what's this going to be? ending, so try to see if you can find it. The 45.
45.
That actually works, whatever you just played, because that you were playing it per eighth note. And by the way, when you're getting to that point, I like what you did this time. I didn't really like what you did the first time, which is the first time you didn't play the rest. You played. That might be something you want to talk about with Dr. Bell. I kind of like the clean cut, the playing the rest. Because you know what's going to happen, he knows what's going to happen, we don't know what's going to happen. So we don't know if this is a new section, is something else crazy going to happen here, and then you bring this back. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this.
Okay.
You just need to memorize it now.
I have most of the first page done, so that's...
Are you trying to make me feel better? Okay. The other two important dates, besides 11 and 12, when you guys will perform and rehearse and perform, are January 2nd, there'll be a video due. That video is your first draft memorized. If it's not like 100% memorized, that's perfectly fine. January 5th, we're asking for final call. So like January 5th, you need to have an uploaded recording, fully memorized, no music in front of you, like as though it's a CM video, and everything is super clean. And the reason why we have to have that is just to help you guys be a week out. And that's like a week ahead. So it's not even like that much time ahead. It's a week before you perform it. Because you're performing the 12th and then the 5th is 7 days prior.
Okay.
So it gives you the Sunday prior. Yeah. And you guys all go back to school when? The 6th?
Maybe.
Okay. I assume that. So that because I assume that, I'm assuming that should be fine, because then it gives you all of this week, all of next week, and then it gives us like 3 or 4 days to kind of like look at the videos and see it's all good, great. Comment A, B, C, D. On the final video, we want to see comment A, B, C, D resolved, and then I don't have to worry that there's going to be issues. One more thing is that there will be lighting. I told you this, there will be like lighting design. So very basic stuff like lights quick, lights slow, lights moderately slow. And you just want to make sure that you understand what to do. Now I already told you at the end of yours, just remain still. And as long as you remain still and the lights go out quick, even within like the 4th beat, don't freak out if the lights go out. And then when that happens, no one will clap, and then we'll have the sound come on right after that. So like the narrator comes back on. Then the lights will go to mid, like 40%, and then you'll exit. My plan is to have the walkway like slightly illuminated. I'm not sure exactly how yet, I'll figure that out. Maybe like little tea lights or something. And then you guys can walk out that way. And then the next person walks in. Okay, done. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna have it on for your brother. Let's see, is it still on? Okay, it is. That's cool. Mm-hmm.